last video I was talking a lot about gardening, and so now, yeah, I wanted to give some updates. As a disclaimer, this is just like a written progression, hopefully, of me just getting better and better at making videos. I guess I'm putting in reps, like I was just trying to say. I just want to put in reps. But yes, in September last year, I made a raised garden bed. I went to Bunnings, bought all the stuff, loaded up the car, did all that, brought everything back, built it myself over, I thought it was going to take me 2 hours, took me 2 days, classic. And yeah, filled it up and started growing in a raised garden bed. And I reckon it was like one of the best things that I was able to do, because before that, it was just in ground, slugs were just going in and having slug and snail orgies all over my plants, and I wasn't able to grow anything, like everything broccoli was just dead. Everything kale, I tried to grow kale, more like snail, dead. Yeah, it was just not good. It was carnage, and I was pissed. So I was just like, you know what, screw this. Anyway, yeah, raised it off the ground, so it was harder for all the creepy, crawly, slimy Slytherins to get into the garden bed. And yeah, turned out really well. So I was able to build that on the cheap, because your boy, I put zucchinis in the corner, I put chives in the ground, and then from there the zucchinis really took off, and then my grandma actually gave me some beans, so that transplanted really well, and then it just took off over the summer. So yeah, we were able to get like maybe 2 to 3 kilos worth of beans, and at Coles that's like, you know, $10 per kilo, so talking about $30 right here. That's real money. She gave me a tomato plant to transplant as well, and that's taken off as well. I didn't realize that tomatoes just go bonkers. So yeah, note to self. Also, I chucked dill towards the back, and there was capsicums that my grandma also gave me to transplant. It's the first time I've had a raised garden bed, so I basically just smashed everything all together and just prayed that it wouldn't get too crazy. And eggplants, and so like the eggplants were there too. So yeah, really cool. Mind you, I also put in leeks. I tried to grow leeks there, and for some reason, they just didn't do too well. I don't know what it is, maybe it's the soil or something, but moving on. Yes, so as it kind of continued on, was able to just keep on growing more and more food. Eventually, the goal is to have a lot of food that I can just be like, hey, do you guys want some? That's like my goal. Right now, I haven't really like finessed getting like good, consistent amounts of food, so I don't really know. Like when I get food, I'm like, do I want to share it? Like, am I going to be able to enjoy this myself? So I think maybe next season I'll be able to be a bit more generous. But for now, I'm just like reveling in the fact that I've actually been able to grow food and eat it, and it's like not, you know, like one meal. It's a few. So, hooray for me! Maybe I'll be more generous next season. So I tried to start seeds. I tried to start seeds in like one of those seed tray things, and to be completely honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I have like 100% kill rate for things that I'm trying to start in like a greenhouse environment. It's either I overwater it and it gets moldy, or I underwater it and it gets crunchy. It's just one of those things, you know? I've got pictures where it looks like they're doing well, and they probably were, but to be completely honest, they died so fast. I just didn't know what to do with them, and I didn't know how to transfer them, and I didn't know when to transfer them. So I've been finding that if I plant directly into the garden bed, I'm getting the best results. I think that's sort of my thing. That and like pruning existing trees, because, you know, it's already done the hard work establishing. For me, I'm still trying to figure it out. And I'm on a journey. I feel like it's been a really rewarding experience getting to have like food that you have from the garden and bring it inside and make it into meals. So our zucchinis. Tanya was able to, you know, had that like Korean inspired jeon, like Jeon. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Korean zucchini jeon, where it's like, you know, flour and egg wash and then you kind of fry it up. It was awesome. Roasted some of it on the grill. Yeah, you know, the rest you can kind of like chop it up into, put it into meals. I don't know if we took photos of that. But yeah, those were really good. The eggplant, Tanya was able to make it into like a tortang talong. Tung tung talong. It kind of sounds like when you throw a ping pong ball into like a metal bucket. It's like tung 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 tung. But yes, tortang talong, which is like that eggplant omelette. She nailed that. That was awesome. We have a lot of like chives. They're starting to like kind of slow down now, but we had a lot of chives, so we've been having chives with, you know, like omelets and that kind of thing, just garnishing things, giving that like kind of spring oniony, kind of garlicky flavor, which chef's kiss. I tried to make some zucchini pasta. So it looks as if it's like penne, but it's not. And also it doesn't taste like it either, but it looks like it. If I was going to do that again, I think I would find a better way to do it. I don't think just boiling zucchini stems and then putting pesto on it will really count. It is very, very vegetable-y and like not in the right way. Oh, I planted a seed. So we bought a pumpkin and we just had obviously a spare seed. There's bajillions on the inside. I chucked that into the ground and it's just been growing and sprawling. And, you know, if I can grow like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 pumpkins, they're $15 per pumpkin because, you know, that's how much they cost at Coles. So that would be like, you know, $60. If I can do that, whew, that would be great. I can make a good amount of money back, even though I'm not doing this for the money. Although I surely am. Like, eventually it will be for the money because I'm trying to fight the cost of living, one vegetable at a time. It's been a pretty good experience. There's a few things that, like, I feel like I've learned. One being that, like, you got to just kind of go for it, and if you screw it up, just fix it for the next time. I feel like, you know, that's bound to be the case anyway. The only thing is that, like, you know, if it takes like 4 months for something to grow and then it goes wrong, that is like devastating. But also, if you've got like 4 or 5 or 6 different things that are going on differently, then it's much easier. You're diversifying the heartbreak. And hopefully 1 or 2 or a few of those things does well. And, you know, you're not just stuck there with dirty hands going like, bye. Yeah. If you have the chance, like, or the opportunity to like grow your own food, it's definitely worth it because, yeah, I guess like you can always go to the shops and buy food, but what I've been finding is that like if you go there to the shops and you buy it, like it's just whatever quality they feel like giving you. So, you know, it's not like completely fresh, or if you see something that's like of a certain quality, you're like, if you didn't know what it was like fresh, you'd be like, oh, this is great. But then if you have it fresh straight from the garden, unbelievable. Like it's uncomparable to like how much better it is. And also just like it's one-upping the duopoly. Everyone in Australia here knows that the duopoly with Coles and Woolies absolutely pantsing the everyday Aussie is just a joke. I'm trying to fight the cost of living, one vegetable at a time. But yes, anyway, so it's just really expensive. So it's a fun way to just like try and grow things and enjoy things that are actually fresh. And also like, there's a bit of problem solving too, you know, like, I don't know why I'm trying to sell this to you, but what I've found has been really fun is just, just seeing things kind of grow, like where there wasn't anything there before and I'm able to eat it, because eating things is a delicious part of life. So stay fresh. Highly recommend. Really like working in our garden. Really like growing things and eating things. I feel like the next level that I want to work on is just like, I guess like being able to space things properly and like, know how quickly different plants grow so that I can like put this at the back so this other plant doesn't shade out the other one and all that stuff. So I think that's like the next level. But for now, the beginner level is put seed into ground, water, watch grow. Very good. Nice. So yeah, that's all I'm kind of focusing on. That's all I got. So yeah, get in the garden, have a great time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.